Hey, what's up, guys? It's Jeff, and I got Tiffany, and we are like off the hook, off the handle, off the what do the
Off the
kids say these days? Off the
Jeff's off
grid,
the everything right now.
off the everything. I'm off the mind right now. Like that, this chat was so just, it was just awesome all over. And I'm sorry I just took your word, but I'm still gonna turn to you and say, how'd the chat go, Tiff?
It was awesome. I mean, it was so good. It was
Yeah, it really
like I
was.
think I actually teared up at points during it because like I'm serious. The impact that educators have on each other when they come together with just a vision and hope and the willingness to change. I mean, Jeff, it was so good. It was so good.
It was really
Rarely
good.
am I at a loss for words, but I'm at a loss for words right now.
So, so I want to, we talk every week about like or I think every week we mention at least in some way or another about how awesome it is that all these teachers come in, after a day of working all day and they still put in the time in the evening to go in this. I know a lot of people. There was people that are still have some time. Someone that was from Canada said that she still has like another week, but mostly
Yeah.
everyone's out of school. But now they're like, we're on summer break, like everyone's going on vacation. And I pulled up, I got my other screen here with a bunch of screenshots that I took of tweets. But Grace Lee checked in. She's literally on the beach in
Oh,
Monterey, kayaking with her daughter, and she was in the
oh, I
entire
saw
chat.
that. I saw
Yeah,
that.
like how awesome is that? Like that's just super cool.
Yeah.
Susan says such an amazing chat. Yes, it was. Susan was awesome in there too. We had a lot of really back and forth good stuff. Jeff says it was an awesome brownie on top of ice cream made of awesomeness.
Jeff, I love it. That's great.
Now
That's
I'm
great.
hungry. Thanks, Jeff.
Yeah.
Uh,
Time
but
to go
no,
get
that
some
was
dessert.
it was really, yeah, it was cool. But I love that she she was on the beach kayaking in Monterey and we had to check in, and she was in the whole chat too, so it's really cool.
Oh,
Um,
that's amazing.
but we had a lot of people. We had John, was John Hayward. He hasn't been able to be in for like almost all the spring, I think, because he had a class on Thursday night, so he was in for the first time, and
Yeah.
it was good chat. It was good stuff. So let's get right into it then. So anything in your head popping out right now in your mind that you were like, that was an awesome answer?
Dude.
Hard to pick, huh?
It is. It is because it was just again and again. I can't pick a single one because it was just so much of people like it really felt they were pouring their hearts out. It was like this is
Yeah,
the digital PLN that we are able to have now, the connections that we can make. Oh, I can think of one.
do it.
There were like I can ever remember the name because I don't have my screenshots on my computer because
All
I'm
right,
like
it's all right.
definitely live from my sister-in-law's house. But somebody was talking about how they had like flip grid connections from somebody on the East Coast to the West Coast. And
Mm,
last year, their students like connected that way, and they're going to move forward and do it again this year, which
that's cool.
that's
I didn't even
cool.
see that. That's awesome.
Well, we always say that when we're
I
in
know.
Twitter
We're always
chats,
like,
it's like we're seeing completely different chats.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
so
That's really
that kind
cool.
of connection and these friendships that we form with these people who we like really like we say things about our concerns about our practices and who we are as teachers that people don't necessarily feel comfortable saying in a staff meeting or around their
Hmm.
administrator, but we have this community that is so incredibly open and people who just say, here I am, here's what I'm struggling with, help me. And so awesome.
Yeah, it was. That
You
was.
know?
Yeah, I loved it. I look at some. So I'm flipping through. I have a lot of screenshots.
How many screenshots do you have, Jeff? Like 30,
Uh,
40?
no, just 21.
Just 21.
Just 21. But I was looking at like I snapped a lot of the ones. So question three was how has Mastery Chat affected your PLN? And so I snapped a bunch. I mean, those were just like that was awesome for. I mean, I know for us, seem to see like what things have what it has this little baby of yours that's grown so amazing over the last year. We're like, I think we're just over a year. I think a
Yeah.
year was like, yeah, just like 2 weeks ago or something
In
like that.
May. Yeah. Yeah. May
So
was
like,
our year mark.
but Rob, is it Hawk? Hauch or CK? I think it's Rob Hawk, maybe. He said
Uh-huh.
that Master Chat's opened his PLN up to so many new people and things. The connections go way beyond or go beyond a weekly chat. That's what I really love. Is that's what we talk about all the time. That it goes beyond just this chat thing that we do on Thursday nights.
Yes.
Mark, I love Mark said, let me count the ways, and he literally lists them 1, 2, 3. Introduced me to my incredible PLN, inspired me to be more, and opened my mind to new possibilities. Like that's like all the feels and the goosebumps, right? I mean,
No. Well,
and then I'm not done. I'm still
oh, I'm
going.
sorry. Go
I'm gonna
ahead,
hit you.
Jack. Go
I'm gonna hit
ahead.
you with more feels still. So Maury
God,
said,
you're gonna
Maury
make me
Wood,
cry on
Maury
live.
Wood, who's like he's been chatting with us for a while now. I love this because he said I use this hashtag most of all. I also talk about it to other teachers when I'm presenting to show them the power of a PLN. Like that's really cool. Like that's yeah, you're gonna
Oh,
cry. You're gonna cry, aren't you? And then of
stop
course
it.
you have Susan who says the Master Chat has been a saving grace for me. I had the opportunity to moderate it once last semester, and I cannot say enough about Ray Hewitt, Jeff Gargas, Chad Ostrowski, and Techie Teach Ott. They inspire me to be the best teacher I can be, and I truly do feel embraced. Like, excuse me for a minute while I get this dust
Right?
out of my eye. Like,
But you know,
it's so cool.
here's the thing. Like we are the ones who started this chat. We are the ones who kind of run it every week. We get the moderators, all that stuff, but we're not what matters in this chat. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like we have provided a platform, and the platform is built on a belief that teachers can change the world, that teachers coming together and working together and collaborating really truly can change the world. And that has brought in, it's like moths to a flame, right? So we get the
Mm-hmm.
people into this chat who are like, yes, I want to be a part of that, and yes, I'm willing to critically look at what I'm doing and debate it and talk about it.
Mm-hmm. You know,
And so mastery chat is what we do, but it's not us. It's all of the
yeah.
people that are in our digital world. I'm going to cry, but who I really believe that the educators that are in our chat every week are the ones who are going to make the difference in the world of
Yep.
education in the future, because
Absolutely.
they are rock stars.
You know,
Rock stars.
Dave Burgess a couple weeks ago when he was on with us said something that has stuck with me since I heard it again when I happened to watch that video again.
Yeah.
He said the whole time he was watching the master chat the one that he was on with us, he said he was thinking to himself, I want these people to teach my kids. That's like every week. That's like what it is. And he said, the chats, because people put in a full day or it's a summer break or whatever, like it's the best of the best that come out. So like I think you hit it on the head. Like these are the people, like you guys watching, you guys in on the chat with us. You are the people that are going to change education, that are going to just change the world. It's awesome. Tammy says hashtag truth.
Yes. Yes.
Megan Allison says changing the classroom one classroom at a time. I love it. Jackie, I miss the chat when I'm away from it. We miss you when you're away from it too, Jackie.
Yes.
She was in there today, so that was good. I do want another great screenshot that I got was Mark wrote that Master Chat also has taught me to make a better grilled cheese sandwich.
How did we accomplish that?
More grilled cheese equals more inspiration. He's got a way with words and food, man. Like,
Mark, you got to send me one of those grilled cheese. It must be
so
amazing.
speaking of Tammy said it has definitely stretched my thinking and has helped me think outside the box.
Yeah.
Jeff Kaplan from down in Georgia says Master Chat has become anchors for my ever-growing PLN. Like, that's awesome. Tiffany Madison said,
Name twin.
yeah.
I love when there's Tiffany's in our chat.
She said Master Chat has helped me connect with so many amazing educators. It has helped me reflect and challenged me to grow, which I love that part, that it's challenging to grow and stuff. So very cool.
Thing. We're not a bunch of people who say, yes, you're awesome. Yes, you're awesome. You know what I mean? Like, I love that when somebody posts something that another one disagrees with, they say it. and it is an open forum. It is a, hey, this is where I'm at. And it's always like, I have never in the history of Mastery Chat seen somebody be hurtful or rude or mean-spirited, yet people still are able to disagree. And I love that. In fact, those are some of my favorite moments in Mastery Chat when there's a debate going on, when there's back and forth. Well, no, my favorite is when teachers are like, let's do something together. That's my favorite.
Yeah.
But second to that is the fact that we do challenge each other. And I love that what I see when there's a new idea that somebody pops out, and then you see a couple people like, I'm going to try that. I'm going to do that. I'm going to take this and modify it and tweak it into my own classroom. And it comes back again and again to the fact that we say the solutions to the problems in education are in classrooms. And some of those classrooms are represented by the people who join our Mastery Chat every week.
A lot of them are represented by that.
Yes. Yes.
I mean, absolutely. Sorry, I gotta share this on my wall because people need to see this and hear this more. So one of the other questions we posed, and we did this purposely, wanted to include this sort of in this because it fit into this chat topic, was to, we've been doing this for about a year now. It's grown really well. It grows great, right? We have awesome things, but we want to make sure that we're reflecting on ourselves and challenging ourselves to be better and grow. So we asked all of you, what would you change, if anything, from Mastery Chat? And overwhelmingly, it sounds like things are pretty much how people want them to be. But there's some really cool ideas for potential like ways that we can mix it up and have some fun later. So somebody
posted about a slow chat.
Yeah, and I asked her to reach out to me and figure I want to make sure like see what we can do for her. Someone talked about I think it was it's gonna drive me nuts. I can't remember her name. I think it was Megan that said mentioned something about taking our conversation like we do here and maybe incorporating Flipgrid and stuff too.
Oh.
So maybe we could have people share their, which I want to say, like anyone's always welcome to come on these live with us. We can get up to 4 people on here all together. So we can make that happen. But like, I love the idea of maybe throwing out a Flipgrid after and letting them share maybe how they're feeling after the chat.
The wheels in my brain, Jeff, are like tick, 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 tick.
I always say like my favorite part like is to go back now afterwards and read all the like I needed this week. Like, with this chat was filled with a lot of that stuff. But but then Megan said it was her. She's good. Excuse me, but I think maybe doing a Flipgrid or something like that could be really cool. So maybe Megan needs to send me a message and we need to figure it out or connect with you.
Do it, Megan.
Figure this out.
Make it happen.
Brian Costello says, Tiffany, that is how you know you're doing it right. Disagreement without being hurtful is a great representation of how the chat community has grown. That's it right there.
I tell as many people in the world of education as I can to just get on Twitter. Like, the community's there, and the openness that you will find there will change your life. And somebody, there were multiple people who have been on Twitter about as long as Mastery Chat has been around, right? So there were several people, I think.
Several people have said that.
That said, in the last year, they have been shocked and amazed by how much they have grown through this platform, through this media. And I tell it to every teacher I can find. I say, I have learned more in the last year than I learned in 10 years of teaching and 2 college degrees. This group of people, this Twitter community, and this chat have taught me more than any of that combined. And it's also, a lot of times when you're a teacher and you're in your building and maybe you're trying to do some really different, some out there innovative practices, it can feel really lonely, right? Like you're kind of all alone on the ocean and trying to find your way. But when you open yourself up to the larger community, there are other people on the ocean with you. And there's other people who have taken that path, who are familiar with that, and then you can help them with something else. And so the isolation of, because we've talked about this, sometimes when you're trying to do new things as a teacher, you can get shot down, right? Whether that's by colleagues, administration, parents, whatever. There can be a negative backlash to being an innovator.
Mm-hmm.
And that can beat you down. And I've got to tell you, I've been to the place where that beat me down. I've been to the place where I've had far too many conversations justifying why I do things in my classroom the way I do. And to the point where I'm like, well, fine, I'm just going to get through the days, right?
Yeah.
This has been a part of me saying, no, that's not fine. I'm going to go change the world. That's just what's going to happen. And now I have a team of people. I have a tribe that wants to do it with me. So
yeah,
I love it.
Someone, I mean, a few different people mentioned that during the question that was about challenges. I can't remember who it was. I'll have to go back and look, but she mentioned about sort of that negativity, creeping in, and it's being unavoidable. And I replied to her, and I can't remember exactly how I said it. I think I probably typed it better than I'm about to say it. But what I said to her was that negativity is going to be unavoidable. That's going to happen. It's just the way life is, right?
Yeah.
But she was asking, how do you get over it? How do you go past that? And what I told her was that you have to just constantly remember why you're doing the things you're doing, why you're there in the first place, why you're trying that new thing, why you're taking a risk, why you're changing the way you're doing it, and why you're making yourself uncomfortable is it's for those kids, right? It's for your students. It's for the mission of trying to help them and grow and reach them. And that, if you constantly remember that and remind yourself of that, that's going to be more powerful than any negativity that's going to try and creep in. And so you got to use that to overcome. And then I told her, of course, we've all got your back. So like, that's one of the big things about PLN is your PLN is your support for when that happens. And now you're able to get out from just your local area and go, like we talked about earlier, to go to all these people from all over the country and all over the world. I think we had 7 countries represented today, by the way.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I know we had New Zealand.
And also, I didn't say anything about it because I was too caught up in things, but we were trending for a while tonight.
Oh, look at that.
And I broke Twitter. So Twitter locked me out of my account.
I told you not to break Twitter, Jeff.
You told me not to, but I did it anyway.
And you did it anyway.
Tammy just nailed it right on the head. Boom, remember the why. That's the biggest thing in so many things.
Well, and if you lose your why, if you are lost, if you are stuck and you're having trouble getting back to that place, and you're in the Mastery Chat community, or you're not, or wherever you are, there are people who want to hear your story, who want to help you get back to that why. Hello, right here, right there, sitting next to me, whichever side of my screen he's on. Like, reach out. We are here because we want to help you find that why and help you take that why and explode it into awesomeness, because that is our mission. That is our hope and our dream. I love it.
I want to touch Libby just commented asking any plans for grid method training in Cleveland area. We don't have anything in the Cleveland area. We've got, because a lot of the trainings that we do are private, based in a specific school, but we do have training coming in both Southwest Ohio and Southeast Ohio that are open. So Libby, if you want to message me, we can connect and see where you're at and see what we can do though. So
yeah, and we can also contact like whatever ESC Education Service Center is in your area, and we can try and get something going there.
Yeah, so Libby, shoot me a message. You can shoot me here on Facebook, or I'm just Jeff@thegridmethod.com. But email me or message me, and let's see if we can't figure something out.
And there's a couple conferences in August that would just be little introductions to the grid method, but that are in Ohio. There's one at Stark State, the SPARC, SPARCC. It's a tech conference, and there'll be a like hour-long presentation on the grid method to get your feet wet, if that's something interesting as well. Yeah.
I do want to note that Phil Strunk, who's Mr. P Strunk, at Mr. P Strunk, he's been chatting with us forever, and he does his chat afterwards soon. I can't remember what it's called right now.
WHALED.
Yes.
WHALED.
Yeah. His answer to anything we could do to improve Mastery Chat was more cowbell, and he had the Christopher Walken shot. So from Saturday Night Live, so I had to. I'm
good with cowbell.
Give him a shout out. I was like, oh, how do I not have a cowbell in my house? Like with all the instruments I've learned, I don't have a cowbell. Anyway, so Susan,
there's one. Sorry. Comment?
I was gonna say, Susan just said 4 teachers have donated $25 to her class. That is the power of a PLN. It brings tears to my eyes. That is awesome. Megan Allison's asking
Amazing.
if we're going to ISTE. We are not, unfortunately. Don't remind Tiffany. She's sad that she's not going.
I'm a
But
little heartbroken.
yeah.
I am,
So
but yeah, I'm just gonna cry the whole time. Like you know what, Jeff? The other day, I actually I looked up ISTE and I was like, okay, between all the trainings I'm doing in Massachusetts and Indiana and everywhere, can I go to like 2 days of ISTE and just like pay for it out of pocket just to be there? But I can't.
yeah.
But I'm gonna be in Massachusetts doing a cool workshop, so that's cool. But man, I want to be at ISTE next year. I don't care what happens. I will be at ISTE, and I'm just going to take the week off and be at ISTE. So just
You're
be
fired up about
aware. It's in Philadelphia, I think. I'll be there.
Jeff Kaplan said, excited to see all of you in Georgia, with a little donut added on that because Jeff was one of the ones that won the free giveaway, and he had put that he was going to bring donuts in there in the submission. So,
I like donuts.
oh,
You know, a
oh
lot
my
of
gosh,
people.
hold on, my wife is so amazing. She just found this and brought it down.
Amy, I
Oh
love you.
man. There you go. Anyway, so
And it dissolves into chaos.
there's my cowbell for all you guys. Megan says she'll FaceTime you in. How's that? And Brian, by the way, I got you covered with that cowbell right there, buddy, because Brian had said he got us covered with more cowbell. And Brian saying, yes, Tiff, come to Philly next summer. I'm guessing that means he's in Philly. Is Brian in Philly? Are you in Philly? He must be. Anyway,
It's gonna happen.
I'm so thrown off right now because I saw her like sneaking down here, and then I didn't know what she was
She
doing.
just
She was
like
handing
stuck
me a
it up there.
cowbell. It's not a
So,
cow. It's
so
close enough. I think you put that on a cow. That makes it a cowbell. So that works. So that was great.
hang on. I've been trying to say something, and you're just still talking and cowbelling. So let me
Well,
talk.
just say it.
I tried. There's another thing that a couple people brought up and suggested that they would like to see happen, and that is for the Mastery Chat crew to get together in a single location at some point. So
I did. I saw that.
yeah. So how amazing would it be for hundreds of us who are in the Mastery Chat family to get together in a location and just be awesome together? So
Let's
sometime
figure out how to do that
that's
one.
gonna happen.
Yeah.
Somehow, some way. If you have any ideas, let me know, because I would love. I mean, okay, so Stella doesn't live that far away from us. I have never met Stella in person. Stella and I talk all the time. There are so many of you that I want to meet in person and just like give you great big awesome hugs. It'll be awesome. So we need to make that happen.
We're gonna figure that out one day. We're gonna figure it out. I can't remember what else we were talking about, but I think I'm just like going over this chat. I can't wait to get back in there and check out all the things that I haven't seen yet.
Right.
I definitely want to say to everyone that we truly appreciate all, like Tiffany just said, people have mentioned a lot of different things, feedback and stuff. That's really important to us. So we're going to continue to try and keep things going as smoothly as they have been going, and trying out some of these new ideas, maybe, I think, to keep some, to do some cool stuff, and we'll see how it goes. Brian says plan an ISTE get together for next summer. Lots of groups do it, so we could all just go there. We'd probably get sponsors. I bet we could find someone to sponsor it. And we could just push everyone to just all go to ISTE in Philly.
And then we can kill two birds with one stone. Tiffany goes to ISTE, and we get to meet each other.
I'm pretty sure, like, he didn't say it, but I'm reading between the lines. I think what Brian said is that we can stay at his place.
Deal.
So we're all just going to Brian's. So
hundreds of us.
So to wrap up, this was an amazing chat, and thank you. You're all amazing. But I do want to mention again, we talked about it earlier. We talked about it a few times this week. But we have something really cool happening tomorrow morning. We have a brand new online course releasing tomorrow morning, and it is created by the amazing Tiffany Ott. And Tiffany, can you tell us just a little bit about what it's about?
I can. I'm so excited about this, not because it's a course that I made that's going to be put up on a website and people are going to look at. I mean, that's cool. But what I'm really most excited about is because there are so many teachers out there who have students in their class that are capable of more challenging work, who are craving more challenging work, who want to dive deeper into the content. And I 100% believe that most teachers, every teacher I've ever talked to, wants to provide those students an opportunity to reach that more challenging content. But sometimes figuring out how to do that is hard, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I just want to share strategies that have worked, strategies that do work for these gifted populations. And I want to share how you can actually like make it happen in your classroom without going crazy, right? I know that teachers want to do what's best for every student. And so what this course is going to do is give you some more tools that you can put in your tool belt that you can apply to meet the needs of these gifted and advanced learners. And then as a bonus, because I love mastery learning, I'm going to show you how each one of these ideas, each one of these strategies that work beautifully with gifted learners can be layered on to a mastery learning environment. And it kicks it up so many notches. I use these in my own classroom when I teach. I've worked with other teachers who have used these same strategies within a mastery learning environment. And so I just want to give you as many keys to that process as I can. Whether you are in a mastery learning class or not, the strategies are going to help your students. Hopefully, if you're not in a mastery learning environment, seeing how these strategies can work within a mastery learning environment can also inspire you to explore that a little bit more. This is a really long explanation, but I'm just going to keep going. In general, the whole course is designed to give you, the teacher, the educator, the administrator, the tools that you need to reach this population because they need it. You want to give it to them, and now it's possible. So I'm going to give you all the strategies.
What she's trying to say is this new course is really awesome.
I don't want to toot my own horn too much.
I just wanted to sum it up. But seriously, though, this is 27 video modules of Tiffany breaking these things down for you guys. Ideas, the tricks, components, and she's breaking down how they work, and then also how they work in the mastery learning environment. So you can take them regardless of whether you're in that environment or not. You can take all the stuff that Tiffany's going to walk you through step by step and implement it right away, right? To reach this unique group of your students that a lot of times get overlooked because we all think they're doing just fine, right? And that's just not the case.
Because a district or a state push is a focus on kind of closing, like bringing your students who are struggling the most up to proficient. And that's wonderful. And I never want to take away from that. But when that becomes the focus, sometimes these other students don't get what they need. And there's also some neat things in there too about how you can think about and talk to gifted students because their brains sometimes work a little bit differently. So I give you some tools and strategies and tips for how you can talk about things like math with them. And I always say I love to break my students' brains and then we figure out how to put them back together. So I want to be able to challenge them in some really interesting ways, and I want you to be able to too. So
I want to make sure to note that we are not advocating for breaking students' brains.
Metaphorically. And then, but you know what? Then you show them how they can figure out how to put their brain back together, and it's a beautiful thing.
It really is. So that course is going to release tomorrow morning. You'll be able to access it. I've got the website going across. The course site is teachbetteracademy.com. We've got all of our other stuff up there. There's some free courses, paid courses. This one's going to be out tomorrow morning. Tiffany and I are going to come live again on here tomorrow morning to go crazy about the fact that that's actually released. And we have another like really awesome, super cool announcement to go along with that. So you're going to want to get up, get your coffee, and join us here live tomorrow morning.
And so, okay, I have to say, I'm really excited about the course. Obviously, I made it. It's a topic I'm passionate about. But I might be more excited about this other announcement that we're going to make tomorrow morning. I'm really excited.
I love you, Tiff, but I'm more excited about the second one. I'm just going to say it.
It's just something that's going to be so amazing for so many people, and I can't wait. And Jeff's not going to let me tell you now, but
no, we're going to talk about it tomorrow morning. So check back on this tomorrow morning. The course releases tomorrow, a special announcement tomorrow, and I'm super excited to say who's moderating next week because he hasn't done one in a long time. Do you know who it is?
I don't know. Who?
Mr. Chad Ostrowski.
Chad's moderating. Yes. Yay. I love when Chad moderates.
He is for right now. He's keeping his topic secret from us. So We're going to announce the topic
Woo!
probably at the beginning of the week next week, but
So
Chad's
much
going to moderate
suspense.
next week. So I got his handle going across the bottom. So I'm really excited to have him
Awesome.
do that. Jeff's asking what time tomorrow. Jeff, probably around 8 a.m.
Yep.
Eastern time. We'll be going live, but you may just have to pay attention and be up. So get your coffee and your donuts
Yep.
and jump on with us. And then make sure, so join us tomorrow morning and make sure, obviously, you come back next week and join us for chat. We'll be live here
Yep.
before, live after, going
You know the
on.
drill.
And I do want to mention, just because we've had a lot of people get in there, and it's really been just awesome the last like week and a half, 2 weeks, like the growth in our
Yeah.
private group. So if you
Yes.
aren't in our private Facebook group, you really need to get in there. All you got to do is search the Grid Method on Facebook, and our page will come up, but then also the private group will come up. Just click join. If Amber's still on with us, she can post that link in the comments there. Otherwise, I will after this. But there's a lot of awesome educators in there, a lot of collaboration. It's a great place to go and just say, I need help, and get it.
People will pounce on that, and they will just give you
It's
so many ideas.
Yeah, sticking with tonight's theme, it's an awesome little another extension of your PLN there. So if you have a chance, get over there and get into that private group as well. And join us next week. We'll be back here at 8 p.m. Eastern to do chat with Chad. And then I think the following week is you.
Well, that's right.
You have like a super cool like July 4th theme thing, aren't you?
I know.
Yeah, that's gonna be
It'll
cool.
be fun.
So two really exciting.
Maybe I'll wear
weeks
red,
coming
white,
up.
and blue. Maybe I'll have
Ooh.
sparklers on the live video. I'll set my house on fire. Maybe I shouldn't do that.
Maybe we do. Yeah, you might want to do it outside.
But red, white, and blue.
We'll think about this stuff.
Okay.
So anyway, yeah. So we're gonna stop rambling on. We'll see you guys tomorrow morning, around 8 a.m. And super cool announcement. The course coming out. And we have something really cool for you guys that we think you're really, really gonna like. That we're really excited about and been working on for a long time. So you guys have an awesome night. Thank you for everything you do. Not just coming to the chats and being awesome, but also just everything you do on a daily basis, helping kids and reaching more students. So we love all you guys, and we'll see you guys tomorrow morning and next week for Twitter chat, again, for Mastery Chat. See ya.
Thanks, guys.